every night, I dream the same dream. And then... the nightmare begins.
Please silence all cell phones! Let the show begin!
Lights, camera, and action!
Shh, they're about to start the movie.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Freeman. Welcome back to Joshua vs. Movies, where I react, review, and go against all your favorite movies. Today, the movie I'll be going against, standing in the red corner, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange 2 came out in 2022 and was directed by Sam Raimi. The movie continues the story of Doctor Strange as he tries to save the multiverse. The movie brings back and stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Rachel McAdams, and brings in newcomers Elizabeth Olsen and Xochitl Gomez. The movie was met with mixed to positive reviews, but we'll see how much madness the multiverse brings when it goes against me. The genre of the movie will be action, while the visuals and the stunts represent how well the visual effects and the powers are displayed throughout the movie. If you guys have any questions on the scoring template for each category, it will be in the description below. But I think we're all set. So without further ado, let's get to the review.
Fight!
Round 1.
You can't let it take your power. Get to the book. It's too strong. I can't hold it.
I'm so sorry.
You can't let that thing take your power. You can't control it. But I can.
You're killing me!
I know.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This opening scene isn't bad, even though it's kinda a big CGI fest. But I do like how the beginning of the movie feels like an actual sequel to Doctor Strange. Since Strange disappeared during the blip, his chances with Christine disappeared also, as now she's getting married.
The best surgeon and the best superhero. But you still didn't get the girl.
Fight!
Round 2.
Dude, are you... Do I know you?
your essential custom to bow in the presence of the Sorcerer Supreme?
Yeah, I'm aware of the customs.
Hold it, hold it! Oh!
Interesting. Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene isn't bad with America showing up and Strange saving her. And I'm also not mad at the explanation that America gives to Strange either.
It's like a henchman who works for a demon. All we knew is that they wanted to take my power for themselves.
What power?
I can travel the multiverse.
How?
That's a problem. I don't know how.
Fight!
Round 3.
Chocolate!
Hey, what did I say?
But we couldn't wait!
You know, a family is forever. Love you.
Apples, right?
Eventually. Well, I knew sooner or later you'd show up wanting to discuss what happened at Westview.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Then what are you here for?
We need your help. What do you know about the multiverse?
The multiverse. Fizz had his theories.
We found a girl who can somehow travel across it, but she's being pursued.
Pursued by who?
Some kind of demon, one that covets her power for itself.
What if you brought America here? And I can protect her. You never told me her name, did you?
I was about to say, like...
You know, the hex was the easy part. The lying, not so much.
The Darkhold.
You're familiar with the Darkhold?
I know it's the Book of the Damned. What do you want with America?
I'm going to leave this reality and go to one where I can be with my children.
What you're doing is a flagrant violation of every natural law, and if you take that child's power, she won't survive.
I don't relish hurting anyone, Stephen. Is it the one you used? When you gave Thanos the Time Stone?
That was a war, and I did what I had to do. What happens now?
Return to Comertage and prepare to hand over America Chavez by sundown.
And if we don't?
Then it won't be Wanda who comes for her. It will be the Scarlet Witch.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. I like this scene with Strange going to Wanda and him finding out that she's the one that's after America.
Fight!
Round 4.
Choose your words wisely. Fate of the multiverse may depend on it.
Got it. No pressure then.
All this for a child you met yesterday.
The full might of Comertage stands against you.
Defensive positions!
Do not dare to enter these sacred grounds.
You have no idea just how reasonable I've been. Sending those creatures after her instead of myself was mercy. You have exhausted my patience. What's about to happen? This is me being reasonable.
Nail it.
Shield is down!
You want the girl, you'll have to go through me.
Fine.
Gotta get you out of here. Wanda, you have no children. They don't exist.
Oh, but they do. In every other universe. Every night, the same dream. And every morning, the same nightmare.
What if you reach them? What happens to their mother?
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. Even though this is yet another CGI fest fight scene, it's not bad with Wanda coming for America.
Fight!
Round 5.
Give his life defeating Thanos?
Yeah, see, we're not all bad. Oh, shit.
You know?
Yeah, Mordo.
I always suspected this day would come.
You did?
Yes.
My brother.
All right.
All right.
A multiversal traveler.
Our Wanda has the ability to conjure demons and monsters to attack America in other universes.
So she has the Darkhold.
If your Darkhold is anything like ours, I'm afraid she can do far worse than just summon monsters.
So it may not be a demon that you face. It may be the Scarlet Witch.
I need your help to get me to it.
I'm sorry, Stephen. But it is not Wanda Maximoff who threatens our reality. It's the two of you. It's the two of you. It's the two of you.
What was in that tea?
I'm only acting as you would.
She's coming.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. So Mordo says...
Dreamwalking. A dreamwalking sorcerer projects their own consciousness from their universe into another, possessing the body of an alternate self.
But why doesn't Wanda do that in the first place? So you're telling me Wanda didn't need America in the first place? And how the hell did she even find out about America when there's only one of her? I mean, did she just go looking for somebody with this power? And if she didn't find anybody, she was just gonna dreamwalk? But speaking of the actors and the acting, they end up being good in the movie for the most part. This sequel does a good job extending the development of the characters we already know from the first movie. Benedict Cumberbatch is still good as Doctor Strange, while Elizabeth Olsen is great as Wanda. And I like where the movie places them both. And the same goes for Rachel McAdams as Christine. She ends up being good as well. But when it comes to Xochitl Gomez as America Chavez, she isn't bad in her role. There's just little to no character development from this character, other than a cheap memory device.
Where's this?
Home.
I mean, aside from that, she's only here because Wanda took the most difficult route to her objective. I mean, even if Wanda decided not to dreamwalk, she could have still went after America herself instead of sending monsters. But since
Sending those creatures after her instead of myself was mercy.
She makes it harder for herself. So with that, the movie earns a 0.9 out of 1.0 for actors and acting.
Fight!
Round 6.
Stephen Strange.
I, Baron Carl Mordo.
Carl?
Captain Carter. The first Avenger. Blackagar Boltagun, the Inhuman King.
Blackagar Boldegard?
Captain Marvel, Defender of the Cosmos. And the smartest man alive, Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four.
Stephen, your arrival here confuses and destabilizes reality. An incursion occurs when the boundary between two universes erodes, destroying one or both entirely.
If it's incursions you're worried about, do you seriously think I'm a bigger threat than the Scarlet Witch?
Oh, we can handle your little witch if she decides to dreamwalk.
No, you cannot.
The greatest danger to the multiverse, it turns out, is Doctor Strange.
Earth's mightiest hero who died defeating Thanos?
We should tell him the truth.
Professor Charles Xavier.
Our Strange did not die defeating Thanos. While the rest of us banded together to try to stop Thanos, Stephen...
He turned to the Darkhold, began dreamwalking, in hopes that our salvation might lie in the multiverse.
One night you called us all together, and in your words, you never told us the details of what had happened, only that you had inadvertently triggered an incursion.
Everyone in that reality died.
I shall miss you, my friend.
I'm sorry.
The statue. What about the statue?
The world needs heroes. We made the difficult choice because we knew what our Strange was capable of. What perhaps every Doctor Strange is capable of.
The building's been breached.
No shit, genius.
Stop.
Watch him. We'll vote on our return.
It's Wanda.
Ultron, I'm coming.
Wanda, stop. Black Bolt could destroy you with one whisper from his mouth.
What mouth?
What the fuck was... What are you doing?
the hell out of my universe!
You see us, Jack!
Enough!
Wanda Maximoff, your mind is being held hostage by your alternate self.
Perhaps if I can pull you from under the rubble, the spell will break.
Bruh. Okay, so that's gonna be my point. This scene right here is a perfect example of a great idea but a bad execution. I mean, it's cute that the movie brings in Reed Richards and Charles Xavier, but why does the smartest group with the smartest man alive make the dumbest decisions in this movie? First, do they not know about the Scarlet Witch or her power? Second, why the hell do they attack her one by one? And what the hell was Reed gonna do? Tie her hands? And third, how is she stronger than Charles? I mean, she probably is, but there's just the movie doesn't really have any explanation for that. But when it comes to the directing by Sam Raimi, it ends up being good for the most part. Raimi manages to incorporate some great shots in the movie, making certain scenes better. From the shot with Wanda going in and out of universes.
Are you okay?
To the shot of Wanda getting possessed.
Hey, no, you don't. They're the best.
To the shots during the scenes when Wanda is chasing Strange in America. The first one and this one. What hinders the directing from being perfect though is a variety of reasons. First, this movie is mainly one big CGI fest. And even though the visual effects aren't bad, the overuse of CGI doesn't make the movie as compelling. Also, there's a couple of fight scenes where there's too many cuts. Also, the reshoots show during the scene, as it's somewhat obvious when a certain actor isn't in the same room as one another. Plus, even though this won't contribute to the directing getting a point off, this movie isn't scary. I mean, I understand there's some horror elements added. But it's a little forced when the movie is cracking jokes throughout it, and then the tone shift becomes more horror like 5 minutes later. But nevertheless, the directing still ends up being good by Sam Raimi. And I would say it's probably one of the best things about this movie. So with that, the movie earns 0.8 out of 1.0 for directing.
Fight!
Round 7.
This is the gap junction, the space between universes.
Give me what I need.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. This scene isn't bad with Wanda capturing America and sending Strange and Christine to another universe. My problem is what happens when Wanda gets America. I mean, it takes her forever to steal her powers. I mean, Strange found himself in another universe, got an explanation from himself, fought himself. Had a seizure and recovered before Wanda started and completed the spell. And when it comes to the visuals and the stunts, even though the movie feels like it's mostly CGI, the visual effects aren't bad in the movie. The movie does well having everyone show off their powers, and there aren't many scenes where it looks obviously fake. So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 0.5 for visuals and stunts.
Fight!
Final round, round 8.
Dreamwalking, you hypocrite!
She's breaking free! Strange! Take America's power! There's no other way. It's me in other me's body.
You're gonna take my power, aren't you? I understand now.
No. America. I've come here to tell you to trust yourself. Trust your power.
I can't beat you. So I'll give you what you want.
Louis, Tommy, I'm your mother.
Damn.
No. Not yet.
Please don't hurt us. I would never hurt anyone. I'm not a monster. I'm a... Mom! Are you okay? No, go! Don't go!
No good they'll be loved.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene isn't bad with Strange dreamwalking and then him, Wong, and America stopping Wanda. I'm also not mad at how America ends up patrolling her powers either, because Strange's belief in her causes her to control them. And the reason why this Strange is different from the other ones is because he's more mature. For one, he's aware that he let Christine get away, and on top of that, he's been through the blip, so he understands the value of letting things progress organically. And I like that about the plot and the story. The plot of the story isn't perfect though, and not even great, but it still has some bright spots, such as the inclusion of Wanda messing with the multiverse, which causes Doctor Strange to stop her, and also Strange discovering other universes. But in the end, the plot of the story proves to be just above average, as there's still questions the movie leaves and there's plot conveniences. I mean, first, why didn't Wanda try to dreamwalk in the first place instead of trying to get America? But even if she didn't want to dreamwalk for some reason, how the hell did she find out about America and her powers? Didn't she have to go searching to find her? Second, why does Wanda take so long to take America's powers? During that time he had, Strange meets himself, gets an explanation, fights himself, has a seizure and recovers, and America is still not dead. And third, do I even need to mention the Illuminati? So with that, the movie earns a 0.6 out of 1.0 for plot and story. So there you guys have it. That's my match against Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It turns out the madness is real as I end up losing this one. We're not done yet though. Let's go see where it fits on the scale. Yeah, let's go check out the final numbers.
Okay,
So when it comes to the final numbers, we have everything except for the editing, the score, and the action. There wasn't any problems in terms of the editing, so that remained a 0.3 out of 0.3. And when it comes to the score by Danny Elfman, it doesn't end up being bad. Even though there isn't a substantial score in the movie for Doctor Strange, Elfman does well incorporating a theme similar to what they include in horror movies. And I gotta say, it makes certain scenes even better. So with that, the movie earns a 0.1 out of 0.2 for score. And when it comes to the action, it ends up being great in the movie. The movie provides some non-stop action for the most part, and it doesn't end up being bad. So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 0.5 for action. So now that we have all the numbers, let's add them up. So the movie ends up with a 3.7 out of 4.5, and that gives it an A- rating. So there you guys have it. That's my movie review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and also let me know which movie you want me to go against. But until then, this is Joshua Freeman. This has been Joshua vs. Movies. I'm going to see you guys in the next match.
I have children of my own. I understand your pain.
Is their mother still alive?
Yes.
Good. There will be someone left to raise them.
Wanda, your children aren't real. You created them using magic.
That's what every mother does.